Long days and pleasant nights, fellow travelers, along the path of the beam. I'm Jaime in Fuego.
I'm Cecil Laird.
I'm Susie von Slaughter.
I'm Marcia Parker.
And we are finally getting together to do a review of the first official trailer for Castle Rock Season 2 on Hulu. There was a teaser beforehand. Cecil and I kind of made an executive decision that we would wait for something just more significant to sink our teeth into. I think it was the three of us, sans Suze, that reviewed this, and in its first season incarnation, we weren't too incredibly impressed. It felt more like, oh, here's this Easter egg, here's this reference, here's this whatever, and they never formed a cohesive plot. The writer's room aspect really showed in the fact that there was a lot of half-baked ideas, and while I thought all of the performances were good, especially Sissy Spacek in the Red Queen episode, it just never coalesced into something cohesive the way that it needed to be. It had some good ideas, just underdeveloped, that didn't all sync together. So are you guys more stoked for a young Annie Wilkes from Misery and the Jerusalem's Lot aspect?
No.
Okay.
No.
Cool.
I really didn't like the
He's
first
like,
season,
no.
So I mean, I'll try this, but
Yeah, I never got
Misery
into
was
it.
never one of my favorites, so I don't really care about that. Like, this is the Stephen King C Squad, in my opinion.
I agree with that. You know, I contended the fact that this is definitely like another turn of the wheel, so to speak, an alternate universe, but it just didn't do it for me in that regard. They should have made a Dairy series, Marcia. That's what I say.
I know. There's still time.
Yeah.
There's
still
still
time.
We still exist, Jaime. We can make it happen.
All right, well, let's get into it because
Insomnia.
Oh, can I
A
say
return
that
to Dairy.
I am excited because I want to see them do better. So,
If I go hand me that Kleenex
and it's
box, man.
Shawshank, and
Allergies are
it's
attacking me, of course.
Misery.
Yeah, we had
And
such
it's-
high
Give me
hopes
the
for that
box,
first
man.
season.
The box. Give me the
Oh,
box.
okay.
Morgan Freeman's in it, so I'm excited.
Ugh. Gross.
Are you cutting that out?
Yep.
Oh,
Just give me a second.
he's allergic to my talk.
All right, go ahead and pick up where you were, Marcia.
Well, I just want to say that I'm excited for it because I really want this series to do better. I feel like they had a lot of great opening plot lines. They just didn't know how to close them or even sync them together, like Jaime was saying, to where we felt satisfied for it. So hopefully they learned from their mistakes in the first season and they bring it into the second one and we get a little bit more of that feel. And you know, I am excited for Misery. I'm excited to see Shawshank again and Morgan Freeman and, you know, all of the great things.
We're not going to see Morgan Freeman.
Not in this one. Although
I
Shawshank
was
did
hoping,
just celebrate its
I was
25th
hoping somebody
anniversary.
would hear me say that.
All right,
Tim
so
Robbins
here we
is
go.
coming back playing one of the Merrills.
Okay, so here we go. In 3, 2, 1, go.
Shawshank style.
We're searchers, you and me.
Should have been 19 miles
But you deserve a chance to make a place in the world. See, I'm a searcher who just wants to settle. Wants it bad. Just can't seem to find that place that'll live up to you, my perfection.
There's
You wanna
Timmy
tell me what
Robbs.
you're doing in this place?
Well, that's a fine thing to say to a customer.
Customer who has brought the host of problems to my town, which already has enough problems.
You don't know a cock-a-doodle thing about us.
This town is not a good place.
We're running from something, aren't we?
I will always do anything to keep you safe.
People around here, they forget. They forget the past. It's written in blood. I'm warning you. Something bad is coming.
Interesting.
People in places like this try to make you one of them. So they can use you and throw you away. But I won't let them. It'll be blood on Christmas before I let them.
That's the story, soup to nuts.
An earthly voice Sorry.
She seems very young Kathy Bates, Annie Wilkes,
Yeah.
with all those crazy quips and cockamamie crazy dialogue and stuff like that.
You don't know a cockadoodle thing
But
about
she sounds
us.
like she's trying to do an accent, and she's really bad at it.
She's trying to do the same accent that Annie Wilkes had in Misery. That's totally what she's trying to do.
Right, she had a southern accent, right?
It was kind of a back Easterner accent, and then she was briefly in Colorado, which is where she finds our author and such. But
Maybe it is. I guess Kathy Bates kind of sounds southern to me anyway. Doesn't sound northeastern at all. Does not sound like a New England accent.
Which is funny because you know that accent. Right?
Yeah, I'm like, that sounds like a southern accent, even though like Maine is the south of the north at times. Sorry, guys. Yeah, I don't know. Like,
Are you intrigued at all?
I don't know. It's all gonna be about her, I guess, and then Jerusalem's Lot was mentioned in here, which I think is an interesting twist.
Yeah, I've read all the synopsis stuff, so I know a little bit more about what's going on, but they're also presenting a lot of stuff here that was not mentioned previously, especially these flashback bits to, old witch trial type stuff. That has definitely not been mentioned previously, and I'm curious how all of those flashbacks are going to factor in. The Marston house, obviously, that's our notorious place from Salem's Lot. So that's going to at least be shown. Who knows how much of a thing vampirism is going to be. I don't know. I want to be excited, Cecil, I do, but I just don't know, man. The track record from the previous one really left a sour taste in my mouth. So.
And it is completely separate, right? They're not tying in.
They're not adapting any previous material. This is very much a film that forgot the face of its father. This is like a Pet Sematary 2 or a
But does it
Return to
acknowledge
Salem's
the
Lot.
first season, is what she's saying.
That's I've heard that they're all supposed to be self-contained, and it's all supposed to be kind of like an
'cause
American
I don't
Horror
see
Story sort of thing.
anybody-
So there may be an Easter egg, kind of very sly underlining reference, but there's no carryover of characters or actors or actresses, from what I understand, at least. So
Susie?
Meh.
Yeah.
I'm not really. I couldn't get into the first season of Castle Rock. I had no interest, and this really doesn't do anything for me either. So, oh well, you guys can watch it.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna. Unless
You're not even gonna bother?
Fuego says it's worth it, I'm just not. It's not to me. The first season was so lackluster, and I am so behind on so many things that I could be spending my time on. And this, I really, again, I don't like. I watched the first one really for Bill Skarsgård, to be honest with you. Like that was really it. I don't care about the Misery character at all. Salem's Lot has never been a favorite of mine. I think it's a boring movie, so I don't. I am. It's they're just missing my target completely. But obviously, I'm not the target for this because it's just not. None of this is my bag. I do like Stephen King, but just not these stories. So I don't care about this character at all.
I didn't watch the movie of Salem's Lot, but the book was. Ooh, it was brutal.
The book
It was
the book is
really
fantastic.
brutal. It was really hard to listen to because, especially as a mother, and it was just hard. It was very hard throughout. It was very kind of real, even with a vampire aspect to it. With the supernatural part of it, it was just the dirt. Like the worst part of people, like reality you can think of was like happening in this town, and so it'd be interesting to see how they bring it out, but. I don't know. It didn't feel as strong as like the trailers did for the first season that came out, and we
which
saw what
had
happened
even
there.
less connective tissue than this one seems
Yeah.
to.
So I don't know, dude. Hulu, what are you doing?
I feel like this is a reactionary measure to the fact that a lot of people were not very impressed with the previous season, and so they deliberately decided to go for a more recognizable character with hopes of making people more into it. And the Merrill family, which is who Tim Robbins is playing, Ace Merrill from Stand By Me, the bad guy that Kiefer Sutherland played. Tim Robbins is playing his uncle, who was a character in a short story and a novella, if I recall correctly, called The Sundog. And so, I don't know, they're supposed to have this whole like family war between some people in Jerusalem's Lot and some people in Castle Rock because they border each other, and then all of the other secondary stuff is with Annie Wilkes. It seems like a weird retrofitting of all of these different concepts and ideas. Like they're really trying hard to rope in King enthusiasts and
Yeah, but even then, that's not a very
trying too
big,
hard.
like gigantic like group of people. So unless you're really really into the story, and like Cecil said, he wasn't a fan, and I'm really not a fan of this. It's going to be hit or miss. Like already, because we're not fans of it, we're not interested in watching it. We don't want to watch it. So I think it's going to be a flop.
I feel like they should have gone the other way. Like, I mean, they should have kept, like, it didn't necessarily, like, kept with the Easter eggs, but had their own stories, because then people aren't comparing them, but just follow through with the story. You know, you don't have to have 16 stories with no finish. I know they won't, if they would have broken out last season into different seasons with the plot lines that they had, it would have been successful, because there was a really great, legit, like, alien type thing going on. There was a really legit ghost story going on. There was
they dealt with the multiverse. There was all kinds of craziness
there was
going
all this
on.
stuff. Either continue on with that story so you can tie up those storylines, or you break them out into something new. But now it's just like you're grasping for straws, which I feel like is a misstep. You really should just make it a true story of yourself, because when you just keep grabbing onto material that you're not even gonna do right, what's the point of even doing it?
Yeah.
Boy. Well,
anyway, I'll probably watch it anyway.
Only time will tell. You guys know I'm gonna watch it, if anything, because the Hail Crowd is going to be clamoring about it. Yeah, so you and I can review it, obviously.
We'll do it together.
But
all right, well, we'll call it there, you guys. Why don't you let us know in the comments down below, what are your thoughts on this second season trailer for Castle Rock? Are you excited about it? Are you not? Are you closer to one or more of us? Let us know in those comments down below. While you're down there, if you enjoyed this reaction, click the like button and subscribe. Click that notification bell if you want to make sure you don't miss reactions going forward. Thank you very much to all of our patrons. If you want to become a patron, that link is in the description box as well. Until next time, though, I've been Cecil Laird.
I'm Susie Von Slatter.
Marcia Parker.
gracias. I've been Jaime and Fuego.
And remember,
Stay
scared.